Okay, this the question paper is the 2022 for the May-June paper 21. Okay, the first question is, Naku is a trader. He buy and sell goods on credit. He buy most of his supply from one supplier, Nadia, who allowed Naku a trade discount of 20%. So Naku is a buyer, Nadia is a seller. So the following transaction took place in January. January 2nd, pay 441 by check to Nadia in full settlements of 450 owed to her at 1st Jan. So the double entry, so let me do the double entry one by one. So debit credit concept. So what is the account debit? What is the account credit? But in the exam, you just need to write beside the question, so don't need to waste the time. But in here, I will explain more detail. So pay, who received the money? Nadia received the money. Nadia received the money. How much the Nadia get from it? So Nadia actually is owing 450. So Nadia will get 450, but the actual amount is less. So what you got to do is that debit Nadia 450. Okay, need to put one more column here. Okay. Debit Nadia 450 and pay means that use the bank. Here they can use the cash because they didn't say whether it's a bank or the check. Okay, they didn't say, they say by check, so you have to must be the bank. And how much the check amount for 441? So there's a differences between the amount. So these differences we call discount. See, because this is paid to the supplier. So this is the first double entry. The second double entry, bought goods on credit from Nadia, list price 350. So the double entry we will get is that debit purchases. How much the purchases amount? Okay, so this one should be putting into here. Okay, I need to put in double entry. Okay, debit purchases. Okay, debit purchases how much? The listing price is 350 because he get 20% discount. So actually it's only 80% that we recognize. So debit purchases, credit Nadia. So this is a double entry that we get. The second, on 14. On 14, we have returned 40 goods to Nadia, list price. So Nadia received the goods and this one is the purchases return. So who received the goods? Nadia. So debit Nadia, credit the purchases return. And how much of it? When you buy, you get discount. Now you return, you also must get the pay the net amount. Okay, calculate the net amount. So on the 18th, bought goods on credit from Nadia, list price 400 again. So double entry, debit purchases, and this time is 400 times 0.8, which is 80%. And then Nadia will be 320. Okay, the next one on 23rd. So goods on credit. That means trade receivable because they didn't give the name, so we just have to debit trade receivable. So trade receivable amount is 800. They didn't mention they given the discount. We just take the whole amount. Okay, so this is what we have. So the double entry, debit trade receivable, credit the sales, which is 800 as well. And next is that 29. Bought goods on credit from Sophia. So this one is another supplier. So we debit purchases. The amount is 60. They didn't say discount. So we just ignore no discount. And buy from who? Buy from Sophia. So we put in the Sophia name, credit Sophia. Sophia giving out the goods. So 60. The next one, on 30th, Return goods to Sophia, $9. So here will be Sophia will receive the goods. How much? $9. And this one will be the purchases return. $9. Okay, so this is all the double entry from the transaction given. So now the question asking us that prepare the purchases journal. Okay, I notice most of the students like to just do the question without reading the instruction. Before you do the question, please read what is the instruction given. Prepare the journal, purchases journal for the January. Total the journal and indicate the ledger account to which the total will be posted. So always remember, read the instruction. So 2022, because this is a January. So we already done all this one. So which one that is related to the purchases journal? So this one is related. Okay, this one also related. Okay, and then this one also related. So we have the 3 and 3 to put in. So January 12, okay, January 12. So from who that we are purchased from? From Nadia. Okay, you can show the two items together. List price. Okay, how much the list price? The list price is 350. Okay, and then the discount. Show your discount. The trade discount. How much the trade discount? The trade discount is 20%. So calculate the net amount. Okay, we get the times 20%. So this is the net amount that we're going to record. So 280, which is same to this one. Okay, the next one is on 18. So on 18, we also buy from Nadia. So everything are the same. So we just copy, but except the amount will change. So the amount that we purchase on the 18 is 400. 420% is 80. So the net amount is 320. The last transaction, 29. 29 don't have the discount. Only buy from Sophia at the price of the list price, which is the 60. So this 60, you just add. Okay. So we get the total, sum of the total. So 660. So January got last day 31st. So we put in 31st. So transfer to purchases account. So this one you must write and indicate it. Okay. So this is the total amount that we are transferring. Okay, done for the purchases journal. The next one, they asked to prepare the purchases return journal, total the journal and indicate the account. So same thing, 2022, January, and when we have the purchases return from the transaction, we have how many? On 14 and on 30th. So 14 and 30th. Okay, January 14. From who we are returned to? We are returned to the Nadia. So Nadia, same thing. You can put in the list prices and the discount because you have the information. So what is the discount? What is the amount? 80 and then 20% because get the 20%. So we times 20%. So the amount to be recognized is 64. When else come to the 30th, we return to Sophia, but there is no discount given. Okay. So the amount give is Sophia is 60. So here, okay, let me see. No, $9 only. Okay, so we take these two plus together. So this is the amount for the purchases return. And the last day, total had to transfer to the purchases return account. So this is the amount that we get for the purchases return. Okay, now next. The question is that prepare the account for Nadia for January 2022 as it will appear in the book of Naku. So Naku, this one is, Naku is buyer. Okay, Nadia is seller. So seller here, stand from Naku point of view, is recording the trade payable. So trade payable account, the format, debit side, what is the item? Credit side, what is the item? So the date, 2022, January, how much the owing amount? How to find the owing amount? Balance breakdown. So how are we going to find this amount? Okay. January 1st, January 2nd is payment. But how much we record? 450. This is the outstanding beginning of the month. So in the date of 2nd, so we have the bank and discount received. So the amount we record will be the, let's see. So here we have 441 and then $9. So this is a transaction for January 2nd. And then on the date of 12, there is a purchase on 12. So this one on 12, this is a purchases, but purchases amount we will take the net. So take notes that this amount we take the net. So which one is the net amount? This one, 280. Okay. On the day of 14, there is a purchases return. So purchases return amount is on 14. So we put according to the actual date, 14. Okay, this is a purchases. Follow the date sequence, purchases return. And the amount is 64. Okay, on 18, there is another purchases. 18, another purchases. And the amount is purchases Nadia, 320. So this is the amount that we get. Okay, so now there is no more other transaction taken place for Nadia. We can calculate the balance carried out and balance brought down. So subtotal and subtotal. So here 31st balance CD. So take the total credit minus 536. So here January become February 1st, beginning of the month, balance brought down. Always remember, complete this double entry. This entry you must appear in order to get the mark, 1 mark. So don't waste the mark for this one. 1 mark is there. Okay, take note, see. Now let's move on. Complete the table by place a tick to show where each item show in the statement. Okay, first of all, you must clear with the item what you're recording. For the statement of financial position, you have 5 sections. One is a non-current asset, current asset, capital, and then non-current liability, current liability. So for this item, which section they are fall into it? Trade payable is under the current liability. Bank overdraft also under current liability. The non-current liability in our syllabus normally is a bank loan or debenture, which is this one more than 12 months. The debt, this is less than 12 months. So there is a differences for it. So these two under the current liability. Okay, now next move on. Here they say that Naku has a bank overdraft and would like to reduce it. He is considering paying his supplier later than he currently does in order to help him reduce his bank overdraft. Advise Naku whether or not he should take longer to pay his supplier. Justify your answer by providing the two advantage and two disadvantage. So we talk about generally first. So what's the advantage when we pay the supplier later? So we can reduce the bank overdraft amount. So when you reduce the amount, what will you going to reduce? Reduce the interest on bank overdraft. So what will happen to your account? The profit increase. So this is a general link about the reduce. When you delay the supplier, you can pay off the bank overdraft first. So this is one of the way that we can help. Now, next is that number 2. Okay, these two, they want to talk about, okay, this point should be enough for us to get the 2 mark. So now the disadvantages, okay. So disadvantages, when we delay okay, when we paying supplier later. So supplier will not happy. So what happened? They may charge late interest. If they're too angry or they feel not secure to do business, then they may stop supply the goods. So when you stop supply, what is the impact? The business may have to stop due to no goods to sell. So this is a possible problem that he can have if he delay the payment to supplier. Okay. So now, what is the advice that we can give? So just give one advice, whether you support or disagree. So what is the advice? For me, I would depend on the relationship. For me, I would, if no choice, I had to delay the supplier. Okay, but if the relationship is not good, then better don't, because the supplier may take aggressive action. So for me, I would say, I will advise Naku not to delay the payment to supplier due to to help to reduce bank overdraft. He should pay supplier within the credit term period to avoid interruption in operation. At the same time, he can look for long-term loan instead of taking bank overdraft. So means that when he take longer term for the loan, then he don't need to rush to pay off, and the interest normally is cheaper. Okay, so this is my advice. Should pay on time and should look for the long-term loan instead of the bank overdraft. So here you can explain, make it into complete sentence to get the 2 mark. Well, this is the same. explain and link it together to get a 2 mark. Another mark will be referred to your advice. So my advice is continue pay supplier on time. So this is for the first question. Okay, second question. This is a sole trader also. Fatima is a sole trader. She prepared her financial statement to the end of March each year. At 31st March, Fatima ledger account balance include the following: revenue, sales, purchases, and this is all the item that we have. Okay, now let's see what is the information given. The following information is also available. Inventory, this is referred to the number one, is referred to the closing inventory. Okay, so the amount is 3120. Okay, the second is Fatima took goods for her own use from the business during the year ended. These goods cost, so your double entry will be debit, drawing, and credit purchases. So take notes later on, you have to credit out the purchases. Next is number 3. Depreciation on the fixture and equipment to be charged at 20% using reducing balance. So reducing balance method. So calculation will be taking the cost minus provision for depreciation and then times the percentage given. So this question, how much the cost for the fixture and equipment? So fixture and equipment, the cost is 80,000 and then the provision is 39,040 times the percentage given 20%. So times 20%. So we get, let's calculate first. So 80 minus 39040 and then times 20%. So we get 8192. So this is the amount that we get for the depreciation. For the number 4. Number 4 is accrued wages at 31st. So take notes, expenses. This is expenses. Expenses accrued end of year. You have to add, okay, to get income statement amount. Okay, so here to find the total wages. So wages will be the total wages amount in here. Wages is 10,100 and accrued year end 800. So we plus 800. So we will get 10900. So this is the total wages. Number 5. Rent include a payment of 1,500 for 3 months from 1st March to the 31st. So our financial year end ended, okay, is on the 31st March 2022. And the payment period is from the 1st March 22 to 31st May 22. So means that 1 month in 31st March 2020 and then 2 months consider prepaid expenses. So prepaid expenses end of the year had to minus. So in this case, our amount for the rent. So rent for the year, we have to take the rent amount is a rent and rate 9,000. Okay, 9,000. This is a rent and rate 9,000. So had to minus 2 months. So how to calculate 1,500 divided by 3? times 2. So we get the amount for it. So let's calculate. So in the exam, you don't need to do this at the, just use the calculator, calculate and find the answer and put at the side of the number so that you won't forget. So you get this one minus 1,000. So the answer should be 8,000. So this is for the purpose of learning. I show the step by step, but in the exam, try to do it fast. The moment you understand the concept, calculate out and take notes what is the amount to be. So this 8,000 should be recognized in your income statement as expenses. So this is the amount. And another amount that you need to take notes is the 1,000 that you deducted. This 1,000 that you deducted, this is referred to the prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses you recognize as a other receivable in your statement of financial position. Okay, whereas same to this one, so this one, same thing. This amount you recognize in the income statement as expenses. At the same time, the 800 you will recognize as a accrued expenses. Accrued expenses is referred to the other payable. Okay, this other payable under SOFP also. Okay, so now next question 6. An irrecoverable trade receivable of 200 to be written off. So take notes that your double entry for the 6. For the 6, double entry is debit, irrecoverable debt, and credit trade receivable. So do the account at time, be careful. The provision, so come to the 7, the provision you have to calculate. Provision for doubtful debt. So you have to take the net amount. What is the trade receivable amount? Trade receivable is 6,004. But because additional information saying that there is a irrecoverable debt, 200. So you have to times this one minus this one first, and then after that only times 3%. And then after that, you have to check whether got any provision for doubtful debt. Yes, beginning year got 160. So you have to calculate the balance carried out amount, and then what is the net amount that you get. So let's recalculate. 6,004 minus 200. So we get 6,002. Then after that times 3%. So we get 186 minus 156. So we will get the equal to 30. Okay, so this is an increase. So this increase is increase in provision for doubtful debt. This increase is a income statement under the expenses. So take notes for it. So not all we already calculated. So what we got to do is, let's find what is the information needed. For the income statement, revenue, okay. So let me put up to there. Okay, revenue. Okay, we have sales return minus sales returns. Okay, revenue is 79,400, 3,970. So we take and minus first. So we get this amount. Okay, and then after that, less cost of sales. So opening inventory, what is our inventory? Opening inventory. Inventory at 1st April 2021. So the amount is 3,000. Okay, and then purchases. So try to memorize the format. This is a standard item, normally in the exam that we have. 36500. Okay, and then see whether got any purchases returned. No purchases returned, but there is an additional information saying that this one number 2 took goods for personal use 1,003. So this one is drawing. We have to minus the drawing of goods. So this drawing of goods is 1,003. So this is have to minus. So we can take calculator, add plus first. Okay, so this is a net. Then after that, we have to less the closing inventory. Inventory at 31st March 2022. So inventory is 3120. So take this amount minus, so we get the cost of sales 35,000. After that, gross profit, the standard for the income statement. Gross profit. Okay. See, got any others income or not? So let me check other income. Other income. So see what is the other income in here. Discount received. Yes, we have discount received. So discount received is one of the other income, 1095. So add these two amount first. Okay, so we get this subtotal. Next is that less expenses. Okay, what's the expenses that we have from the question? Rent and rate, rent and rate, wages, general expenses, insurance, and then what else? The depreciation for feature and equipment. Okay, and then after that, increase in provision for doubtful debt. Okay, now next is what else? Okay, that's all. So we find the total first. So this rent and rate we calculated. Where is the rent and rate? Okay, where is the rent and rate? Oh, here, this one, 8,000. Okay, so this is the 8,000. Okay, now next is that wages. Wages is 10900. General expenses, I think general expenses no adjustment, 1287. And then insurance also no adjustment, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Okay, no adjustment. Okay, still got one more item. Depreciation. Okay, depreciation we calculated. Depreciation is, where is the depreciation? In here. Okay, number 3, 8192. So this is a depreciation. An increase in the provision for doubtful debt. So the amount is 30. All the working is here. And one more item, don't forget, irrecoverable debt, which is from the additional information that given, which is number 6, 200. So this is all the item that we have. So add the subtotal. So we get 30,409. So take this amount minus, so 11,036. So this one we call profit for the year. Because this one don't have the interest, so no need to differentiate the profit from operation and the profit for the year. So just straight away put this profit. Okay, so this is a item that we get for the income statement. Okay, let's see what else they ask for. Okay, the second one, B, they asked to prepare Fatima a capital account for the year ended 31st March, balance the account and bring down the balance. So take notes that for the capital account, balance brought down always in the credit side. So here is for the year ended, the meaning is 2021, April 1st, balance brought down. So how much the balance brought down that we have? Let's see the question. So the question given is that 59,000. Okay, in the question, we know that this is a profit. So which is have the March 31st profit for the year. Which is that we already calculated just now. Okay, the amount is how much? Okay, 11036. And in the debit side, don't forget your drawing. Okay, drawing. But this drawing, you have two drawing. One is a goods, one is a cash. So here they say that cash drawing 8580. Okay, and then there is also the goods purchases. Okay, purchases, this one is under also drawing account, which is you transfer to the drawing. So what you need to do, maybe you just put into the together, so you don't need to show two line. So here we have the drawing for the goods is 1,003. So we had to add another 1,003 to get the total. So now we can find the balance carried out. Okay. Balance carried out basically take the total credit minus the debit. So these two add up. And then take the credit minus the debit. And take note that carry down, brought down must always complete. So 2022, April 1st, balance brought down. So always must be complete for this transaction. So to get the 1 mark extra. Okay, now next. Fatima would like to expand the business. She thinks the additional finance of 20,000 will be required for the equipment which she would need. Fatima Bank has offered her 20,000 to be repaid after 4 years and the interest is 6%. Advise whether or not to agree the bank loan. So what is the benefit of the bank loan? So we calculate the bank loan interest first. Bank loan interest. So bank loan interest is 20,000 times the 6%. So means that 1 year had to pay 20,000 times 6%. So every year had to pay 1,002. So 1,002, this is the expenses had to pay. Okay. So now next is that when he get the bank loan, one of the benefit is that he can use it to buy the equipment that she needed. So this is important. Okay. So he can expand the business. So how many marks? 5 marks. So give the advantage when we have the bank loan. So what is the advantage for the bank loan? So one is that Fatima can use the bank loan to buy equipment needed to expand the business. So this is important. This is the first thing, the reason why she won. Okay, the advantage of it. Second is that the loan will be payable in 4 years later, so that you can have cash inflow immediately to run the business and may earn more profit after purchase of. So try to make it into paragraph for the disadvantage of the bank loan. Okay. Now, next is that, why is the disadvantage? Because it's only 5 marks, so I just give 2, 2 will do. So what is the disadvantage? If the business not success, he has to continue pay the bank. Okay. The loan, the bank loan must be repayable within the term regardless the business success or fail. So this is the important thing, and plus the interest also must be repaid. The bank loan and the interest, okay, must be repaid within the time. Okay, next is that normally when you take the bank loan, bank will ask for the secure asset to our the bank loan. Okay, so her personal asset may be in risk if she cannot pay back the bank loan. So this is disadvantage. Maybe he will lose the house, he will lose the asset that he secured for the bank loan. Okay. Next is that it could be have other way to get the fund in, such as invite his friend or family member to give loan to her. This is one of the possible way. So for me, as an advice part or the conclusion part, so I will advise Fatima to take the bank loan if she has confidence. To grow her business with the new equipment purchase. So this is what I advise. I agree for the bank loan. So with the bank loan can buy the non-current asset, and with the non-current asset can produce more product, then they can do more sales. Okay, the sales increase will cover the loan interest. Okay, so this is the answer that I give as my point of view. Okay, you can choose disagree. Okay, third question. Joe is a hairdresser. He bought some new energy saving hair drying equipment 2009 on credit from YZH Limited on 30th April 2022. Prepare the journal entry to record the purchase, because he is a hairdresser. So this hair dryer is actually equipment asset, non-current asset. So we have to recognize as a non-current asset. And purchase on credit from the YZH. So the date 2022, the date is April 30th. Okay, Non-current asset, this is the equipment that he buy. So we can put under the equipment account. Buy from who? Buy from YZH Limited. So this is the information that we can use. So the amount 1,009. And the question didn't ask for the narrative. A narrative is required. They say a narrative are required. That means here we have to put in the reason why we do this recording. Purchase of hair drying equipment on credit. So this is what you can say, or you want to put from who? From YZH Limited also can. Okay, so there's a narrative. So this narrative got marked 1 mark. So you must put in the reason for it. For the next is that the new hair dryer will use less electricity than his old one. There will be an additional insurance charge for the new hair dryer. The old hair dryer has been fully depreciated so that the net book value was nil. Complete the table by place to show whether this change in expenses increase or decrease the profit. So the question, the thing in here, there are a few impacts that we need to take notes. Here they say that new hair dryer use less electricity, means that the heat and light will decrease, expenses will decrease. So in this decrease, your profit will increase. Next is that there will be additional insurance charge. In additional insurance charge, expenses increase. When expenses increase, profit will decrease. Next is the old hair dryer has fully depreciated. So basically, old dryer, no depreciation, but the new hair dryer got the depreciation to check out. So this depreciation will increase. When increase, profit will decrease. So this should be the impact on the profit. Okay, next, move on. Okay, Ju has discovered the following 5 errors in her accounting recording. The total for the general expenses, $28 in the petty cash book for April has not posted to the general ledger. So we had to do the adjustment for it, which is the one side error. So here they asked to prepare the journal, record the file. Narrative are not required. So let's move up here. Okay. Number 1, the date is 2022, April 30th. Okay. The first error is we have to record the general expenses and credit suspend because it's a one-side error. So debit 28, credit also 28. So debit general expenses, credit the suspend. And number 2, okay, this is the error number, error number. So we put in number 1. Okay, let's change it first. Number 1 done. Number 2, a direct debit to Ishak Isaac, a supplier 195 has been recorded as 159 in the account for Isaac. So Isaac is understate for the payment. So we have to debit Isaac account. Okay, short of how much? Short by 195 minus 159, short by 36. So this is also one side error. So we also have to go through the suspend account, 36. The next one is number 3. A payment by credit transfer for wages has not been recorded in the accounting record. That means bank also short, wages also short. So we will, this is the omission. Debit wages, credit the bank because credit transfer. So this is a omission. Error of omission. Error of omission. So both sides also adjust. Number 4, the discount received total for January 2022-38 has been debited to the discount received account. Discount received should be credited, but we go and debited. So we have to credit discount received. But this amount we have to double up because one, to reverse the error, second, to put back the correct one. So this is double up the amount, suspend. So debit suspend, 76. Next is that question 5. The account for the rent and the account for commission receivable has both been overcasted. This is error of compensating. Okay. So here rent overcast. So I had to credit rent. And then commission receivable is also overcast. I had to debit. So debit commission receivable by how much? 200. And rent also had to credit 200. So this is an error of compensating. Error of compensating. Okay, now all the transaction has done. So we move to the next. Okay, now we need to prepare the suspend account. So prepare suspend account include the original given on the trial balance as a balancing figure. So we don't know balancing figure, debit side or credit side. We just put in the amount first. We just leave the balance amount, don't put in first. We put in all the transactions that we have made in this side. So I move up so that easier to see the information to be adjusted. So I put into here so that here will help us to see what is the account to be debit, what is the account to be credit. So here suspend credit, suspend. Here suspend. And then here suspend. Okay, so we put in credit side. In here we put general expenses 28. And then here another one, Isaac, which is 36 because credit. Suspend here we don't know first row. Okay, whether debit or credit. I move down first. Okay, second row we put the discount received. Okay, the discount received is 76. So now we see which side is more, which side is less. Then only we see opening is where. Okay, let's calculate. Okay, 64. That means here is more. So we have the differences in here. Differences on trial balance. So this is the differences that we get, which is 76 minus 64. So done for it. So this is a balancing figure. We do not know whether correct or wrong, but this is how we calculate on it. Use a balance. Okay. Now next, continue. Okay, that's all for this question number 3. Question number 4. Equal is a trader who sells household furnishing. She was provided the following information. End of the year, she have inventory, trade receivable, bank overdraft, and for the year ended revenue, purchases, and expenses. All sales and purchases are on credit, means that you can use trade receivable, trade payable information. Inventory at first, this is opening inventory. First, they ask to calculate the gross profit margin. Sorry, gross margin. So gross margin, the formula is taking the gross profit over the revenue, and then times the 100%. So based on the working, the gross profit should be taking the revenue minus the, okay, we count the cost of sales first before we do it. Okay, cost of sales. The cost of sales is opening inventory is 12,800 plus the purchases 72,250 minus the 14,650. So this one we get 12,800 plus 72,250 minus 14,650. So this is our cost of sales. 7. Okay. Now we want to find the gross profit. So I take the, what is the item? Revenue. Revenue is 112,300 minus cost of sales 70,400, and then divide by 112,300, and then times the 100%. So let's calculate. 112,300 minus 70,400 divide 112,300 and then times 100%. So we get let me times 100. So this one should be 37. So 2 decimal. Remember, follow the instruction. They say 2 decimal, put 2 decimal. Okay, so this is the answer that we get for the A. For the B, profit margin. Okay, they ask for profit margin. Profit margin. Profit margin is taking the profit for the year. Okay, divide by the revenue times 100%. So how are we going to find the profit for the year? We have the gross profit. Gross profit is, let's see, what is the gross profit? Gross profit, we get 112,300 minus 70,400. So we get 112,300 minus 70,400. So we get this one, 41,000. So we can take the 41,900 minus the expenses. Expenses is 19,820 and divide by 112,300 and then times 100%. So here, okay, so we calculate 41,900 minus 19,820 divide 112,300. So this one is 19%. So times 100. So we get 19.66%. Also 2 decimal. Okay. Now the next one, rate of inventory turnover. So the formula, rate of inventory turnover in times. So the formula will be the cost of sales divide average inventory. Okay. So we have cost of sales calculated 70, okay, 70,400 divide by opening inventory 12800 plus 14650 divided by 2. Okay, so we get okay, let's calculate one by one. First 70,400 divide. Okay, let's calculate the 12800 plus 14650 divided by 2. So we get this as an average inventory 725. So now we take 70,400 divide 13725. So we get also they need 2 decimal 5.13 round up 5.13 times. Okay, so this is what we get. Now current ratio. So current ratio, the formula is current asset divide current liability. So this is what we have. So what is our current asset? Our current asset we have, let's add first. We have the inventory 14650 plus 12700, and then no, that's all. So we get amount is 14650 plus 12700. So we get 27350. Our current liability, we have 5375 bank overdraft, and also the 7125. So let's calculate 5375 plus 7125. So we get the 12500. So now using the formula, the current ratio equal to 27350 divide 12500. So answer must be left and right. So take 27350 divide 12500. So we get 21888. So the 2 decimal they want. So we put 2.1921. Answer put left and right. Okay, so this is the answer for it, current ratio. Quick ratio. Okay, quick ratio basically are the same all. It's just that we exclude the inventory. So less inventory. So the closing inventory. So this one, the inventory is this one. So don't need to take it. Just take one item, which is this one. Okay. So the current ratio, quick ratio will be 12700 divide. So we will get 12700 divide 12500. So we get 1.012. 1.02. Okay, 2 decimal. So this is the answer that we get. Okay, now next is that in one of the equal supplier has offered to sell her larger quantity of inventory at a reduced price. Equal is considering accept this offer and increase her expenditure on advertising in order to sell more inventory. Advise Equal whether she should purchase the additional inventory. Justify your answer by providing 2 advantage, 2 disadvantage. So the advantage is that, so now I'm using the complete sentence. The advantage of having large quantity of inventory with a reduced price equal and get cheaper cost of goods. This will increase the gross profit margin and increase the sales. So this is an advantage that I'm thinking of. Okay, what else that possible? The good thing when I increase the product. So with the advertisement, with the advertising increase, this will create awareness of the sales of product, and the inventory can quickly dispose or sold. So this is an advantage. But what could be the problem? However, if the advertising unable to boost the sales significantly, the gross profit may not able to cover the advertisement cost, then the profit will reduce. So there's a risk that possible happen by holding the large quantity of inventory. The inventory may cause the storage cost increase and out of date. So this stock is outdated inventory and cannot sell at a good price. So this is a risk that we have. So for me, I'm not so keen on it. So for my recommendation, I'm not encouraged. So for the recommendation, I am not encouraged equal to too much inventory just because supplier give a reduced price. She has to survey the market to check whether has good demand or not before buy the large quantity. So this is my advice, shouldn't keep it. Okay, so that is for the question for this one. Now next is that number C. Explain the importance of the principle of consistency. What is the consistency talking about? What? Consistency is principle of consistency is should be used in preparing preparing the financial statement to ensure the comparability and can be made from year to year. So there's a consistency. Okay. The business should consistently use the same method to practice the accounting recording. So there is a meaning of it. So now, number D, stick to non-financial factor which may affect equal trading result. So this one, non-financial means that not talking about the buy or sell, how much that you can get, this all. So what is a non-financial factor, for example, will affect the result. One of is the business reputation of equal in the industry. If there is a good reputation, then he should get better. If equal has good reputation in the industry, then he can sell better rate. There's a possible. Number 2, what else that we about rate? Location of the business is important. Okay, because this is the stake, you don't need to write long story lah, basically. So you just say that location of the business is important, or location of the business. So there is a stake. Stake means that you don't need to explain much. So here you also can just skip it, just put the reputation of the equal in the industry. Okay. Other than that, what else is affect the result? Government policy. Government policy. If the government change the policy, it will affect overall of the economy. So that is for the question number 4. Okay, last question. The Seal and Soup Club offer the membership to the people who are interested in sharing the sewing and the knitting pattern. It run a refreshment cafe for the member. The club have the asset as below. Okay, here we have the amount for receipt, subscription. Okay, let's see what other question. Okay, they asked to prepare the subscription account for the year ended 31st December and bring the balance. Okay, we bring this up, easier to do. Okay, beginning of the year 2020. So 2020, and this is the year end is, that means 2021, January 1st, balance brought down. Balance brought down, both sides also got, because here the beginning, end of the year become a beginning of the year. Here, subscription in advance is a liability. So we put into here, 2260. Whereas subscription in arrears is an asset. So in the debit side, asset debit, liability credit. What else the item that related to? So here, December 31st. So here, December 31st. So subscription received all by check. That means must be bank. Okay, we put bank. Okay, 13900. So this is a bank amount. Next is that end of the year, there are two entries in here. So this one, take notes, the position of the account are fixed. Income and expenditure. It will not change. The T account format for the subscription are fixed, will not be changed. So, but what is the amount? We don't know. We just leave it first. So balance carried out. So how much the balance carried out in the debit and credit side? So this one is the current liability. Current liability is means subscription in advance. So we have to put 1745. Whereas this side carried out is an asset in the credit side and year. So here is subscription in arrears 2115. So now we have complete set, so we can calculate the subtotal. Okay, take the credit minus the debit. Okay, minus the debit 3565. So this is the amount that we will transfer to the income and expenditure. So this amount, balance carried down, balance brought down, must be complete. Always remember, balance brought down, balance carried down must be complete. So carry brought down, carry brought down. So this is a double entry for the subscription account. Okay, the next one, they say that explain why the treasurer should be satisfied with the amount of cash received from the member subscription during the year ended 31st December. Okay, let me see why they should be happy. Let me see what is the information first. Okay, we use this one to answer for it. Okay, end of the year. Okay, subscription. So this is the A2. Okay. Okay, okay, why should be happy? Okay, where is the mistake come from? Let me see. Let me see one more time. The question. I need to read the question one more time. Assume whether the treasurer should be satisfied with the amount of cash received from the member subscription during the year. The treasurer should not be satisfied because the amount owing by the member has increased for the year. Okay, because why I say so? Because the amount is from 182 to 2115. So this is that means most of the club member did not pay on time. So this caused should not be happy on it. Whereas, based on the total annual subscription is 14751, but only managed to get 13900 collection for the year. So this one is not satisfied. So basically it shouldn't be satisfied lah. Okay, because the amount is supposed to collect so much, but only collect so much. And here, club member owing is increased already. So this one is not good. Now next move on. Calculate the profit on the refreshment. So what is the information that we get? Okay, cash sales from the refreshment. So this one is cash sales from the refreshment. So we have 17650. Okay, then after that, less cost of sales, inventory, opening inventory at 1st Jan 2021, and then purchases, and then less inventory at 31st December 2021. So let's recalculate one by one. Opening inventory. Opening inventory is inventory of refreshment 1070, and closing inventory is 130. Okay, for the purchases, so we have how much that we pay for it. Okay, purchases, trade payable, payment, trade payable 10435. Okay, minus for the beginning year 1940 plus 1850, and not the year had to mind plus. So we get the 10435 minus 1940 plus 1580, and year had to plus. So we get 10075. So we calculate the net. So here minus this one. So we get gross profit. So what else that related to it? Any related to it? Okay, there is no information related to it. Then in this case, this one we can treat it as a profit from refreshment. Okay, the next one. Here we asked to prepare the C. C is a statement of financial position. They want current asset. Okay, current asset as a header. Which one is considered other current asset? Inventory is one of it. Okay, our inventory, we have closing inventory. Okay, closing inventory, we have 1130, and then we have the what else, the item. Let's see one by one. Subscription in advance, subscription in arrears. So this is an asset. Rent pay in advance, also asset. Bank balance. So we have bank balance. So bank balance is the amount of 7743, and our Other receivable, got few items. So let's see which one the other receivable. Subscription in areas 2115 plus the rent pay in advance, and then 2 items. Still got any more? Okay, no more item. Payable, other payable, other expenses. Okay, that's all. So we just have 2 items. So calculate the subtotal first, 2115 plus 500. So we get the total is 11,488. So this is what we get. Okay, so that's all for this paper. Okay, hope you all will try it.